Welcome back to Noise Pollution. Today we're going to be taking a look at Revival, King of the Hill Revival. First look, Hulu sets release date for King of the Hill Revival with trailer. Hulu's release date, first look at King of the Hill Revival, marking the show's return to TV after 15 years. I remember when this came out. I always liked this show.
Yeah, me too.
The studio had to recast the voice of Dale Gribble after the passing of Johnny Hardwick in 2023. Hardwick voiced the character in the original run and had recorded 6 episodes for the upcoming season before his passing. But that's not the only passing. I do have an update on another person that passed, but I'll get to that after the trailer. Now, hopefully, this doesn't get my video copyright stricken, which would be weird because this is kind of an advertisement for it. I mean, why would they stop people from advertising? I mean, whatever, but you know how things can be.
Yeah.
So, the official description for the new season: after years working a propane job in Saudi Arabia to earn their retirement nest egg. That I find that an odd choice. So, years of working a propane job in Saudi Arabia. Okay, knowing the characters, I can't see that. That makes no sense. That makes no sense to me whatsoever. Hank and Peggy Hill return to a changed Arlen, Texas, to reconnect with old friends Dale, Boomhauer, and Bill. Meanwhile, Bobby is living his dream as a chef in Dallas, enjoying his 20s with his former classmate Connie, Joseph, and Chan. What's that name?
I'm not sure.
You remember what it was on the show?
Chang, I think.
Yeah, Chang. Well, for one, I don't see Bobby growing up to be that successful and still having those people around. I don't see that. And I don't see them going to Saudi Arabia to earn their nest egg. That just sounds like nonsense to me, but who knows? I'll give it a chance. Okay, any guesses on which character will be transgender in this updated revival?
Oh no!
Yes. Of course no. They had to. But of course they had to. They had to because no. People suck, that's why.
No.
Okay, let's. I don't. Speak your mind. What's your thoughts other than the transgender part?
They can't do this. They can't. But anyway, on a serious note, I don't think that Hank Hill would want to go to Saudi Arabia to work any kind of job. To me, him and his wife, Peggy and Bobby, they just seem too Southern. Well, I mean, I know that's a thing.
The whole show was them basically about them being so rigid in their ways. It was comedic.
Yeah.
Now they're like, well, let's go to Saudi Arabia to make our money with propane.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't see how and what arc that would even happen because they're so rigid in their beliefs and they're so used to, I just don't see how that would be possible.
Yes, or Bobby to keep his friends and become a successful chef. I don't see any of it.
No, I don't either. But I mean, who knows?
Who knows? Maybe they'll play it off well. What's his name? The writer. Same one. He wrote Idiocracy. He wrote Beavis and Butthead. His name.
Mike Judge.
Yeah. Maybe if Mike Judge is still writing this, he may do it well. He's done everything else previously well, maybe, who knows, but I just don't see it.
Yeah, I can't see it either. Not really, because it's like you said, they're so rigid. They would not do well with change at all. Period.
Now
Now,
going on. Wait, what were we saying?
I think Bobby could because he was a kid. So
Yes,
yeah,
there's always a chance a kid could grow out of things. I mean, it's not not probable, but possible. It's possible. Sometimes it happens.
yeah,
But moving on to what I said about more loss of voice actors, Jonathan Joss, I take it that's how you pronounce his name, King of the Hill voice actor, killed in San Antonio shooting. Now, this was actually the second voice actor of the character. The 59-year-old actor, best known for the voice of John Redcorn in the hit animated series, died Sunday, police said. Now, this article may be a little old, but rest assured, he still died. It's still correct. Unfortunately.
All right, well, Jonathan Joss, the voice actor best known for his role as John Redcorn in the hit animated series King of the Hill, was killed this weekend. Joss was shot outside his former home in San Antonio, which had burned down earlier this year, according to his husband. Police have taken into custody a 56-year-old man, charging him with murder, but they've not yet revealed a motive. NBC News correspondent George Solis joins us now. Joss's husband, George, says that this was a homophobic attack, but police say...
Whoa, I didn't even know that.
I did not know that either.
So this voice actor had a husband, but I don't care. You do you, I guess, or you do however that works for you. Yeah.
They have no evidence to indicate that. Do we have any details about what happened here?
Yeah, hey, Morgan. So it's one of the many questions that a lot of people have. The investigation's still ongoing at this hour. But again, so many thoughts about what may have preceded this and how this all transpired. Now, we do have that statement from Joss's husband that sheds a little bit of light given some of the context that he released in this letter. And I'll read you a part of it. He says, "We discovered the skull of one of our dogs," referring to that fire at the home earlier this year, "and its harness placed in clear view that caused both of us severe emotional distress. We began yelling and crying in response to the..."
I think maybe I shouldn't delve any further into this. It sounds clear enough that they were targeted and they were under attack.
Yeah.
So for those of you out there curious, if you're curious enough to look into this, I'm sure you can find this information. But yeah, I think I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
So I found this to be interesting. I've always been a fan of the show, and I guess had high hopes for the revival. I'll still give it a watch and see, but it sounds like maybe they stirred it in the wrong direction. And it's very unfortunate news about this Jonathan Joss and the voice of Dale as well, obviously. But give us your thoughts if you like the show, if you're looking forward to the new one, or on these unfortunate passings. Give us your thoughts on this. Thanks for watching. Until next time, we're out. See you later.
Bye, everybody.